Hello, this is the OneNote travel planner I have created for my boss, Miss Quevedo, and this is for her business trip to Mexico City and Guadalajara. Her trip is on November 8th until the 22nd, and in this video I will just be going over all of the information that I have included in the travel OneNote planner. I'm going to start out with the full itinerary. It's on the first tab, this red one right here. And then I can just click on the Word document and pull up the itinerary. Her trip starts on Monday, November 8th. She will depart from Spokane International Airport at 6 a.m. And then she has a layover in Salt Lake City at the Salt Lake City International Airport from 8:48 until 9:29, when she will depart from the Salt Lake City Airport and arrive in Mexico City at 2:25 p.m. at the Mexico City International Airport. Then on Tuesday, the following day, November 9th, she has her first appointment with Jane Smith, the hotel representative at the Marriott Hotel. It gives the address right here, and the meeting will be regarding the marketing strategies for their New York branch. At 11 a.m., she is scheduled to have lunch with Brian Wendell at the Marriott Hotel regarding the implementation of new marketing strategies. And then that following week, on Monday, November 15th, is when she will depart from the Mexico City International Airport and arrive in for her layover in Panama City at 5:40 p.m. Her next departure from Panama City is at 6:53 p.m. and she will arrive in Guadalajara, her second destination, at 10:10 p.m. on November 15th. The following Monday is when she will be headed home on November 22nd. At 7:09 a.m., she will depart from the Guadalajara airport from Guadalajara and arrive in Salt Lake City for a layover at 10:10 a.m. I have scheduled her a reservation at the Market Street Grill at the restaurant in the Salt Lake City International Airport at 1 p.m. And she will depart from that Salt Lake City Airport at 3:24 p.m. on November 22nd and should arrive in Spokane at the Spokane International Airport by 4:10 p.m. Now that I've reviewed the itinerary, I'm going to go back to the Travel OneNote Planner, and the second tab is going to be her transportation. So the first page is the local transportation in Mexico during her stay. This is just a phone number for Yellow Cab services for emergency situations if she's unable to or she misses one of her connections. Then I have her home to airport. So this is the shuttle to the airport on her day of departure, which is November 8th. It will pick her up at her house at 3:30 a.m. and take her to the Spokane International Airport. And this is just a link to the website for the shuttle service in case she needs it. The same shuttle service will then pick her up from the Spokane International Airport on November 22nd when she arrives home at 4:10 p.m. and take her home, with her approximate arrival home being 5:05 p.m. on November 22nd. Then in the Mexico City tab, I have all of the transportation from the airport to her hotel. Right after she arrives in Mexico City Airport. And I also have included a map as well and some of the information about the car and the price. And then on November 15th, the car will pick her up and take her to the MEX airport where her flight to Guadalajara will depart. And then I have the Guadalajara tab and that includes all of the transportation information that she will need from the airport to her hotel in Guadalajara on November 15th. Um, and it does include the same information about the price and everything. And then information about her departure on November 22nd. A cab will pick her up from her hotel before her flight at 4 a.m. And then her flight departs at 7:09 a.m. on the 22nd on her way home. Then I have a tab for the cost of the transportation and lodging. This breaks down all of the uh, payments, all of the pricing for each individual trip, and then an approximate total as well. And then over here on the plane tab, I have all of the airline information. Starting with all of the airlines that she will be using and what dates that she will be at those airports. Then the documentation needed. She is required to have a valid passport to enter into Mexico, as well as a negative COVID test. I do have this link provided here for an in-depth information about COVID-19 restrictions, because there are quite extensive restrictions and information regarding COVID-19. I've also provided a map of each one of the airports that she will be at, including the airports that her layovers are at. And this is the specific breakdown of the flight information from Spokane to Mexico City. The next tab is the specific flight breakdown information from Mexico City to Guadalajara, including the layover time and the airports and the duration of all of the flights and the airline she will be taking, as well as the economy coach, what seat she has available. And then this is the breakdown of the airline information from Guadalajara to Spokane. And this tab just is an overall description of all of her layovers. So it gives a breakdown of each layover and exactly how long the layovers will be, as well as a reminder about her reservation at the Market Street Grill on her longest layover in Salt Lake City on the 22nd of November on her way back home. I also have a menu provided that you can click here, and it has the menu for Market Street Grill, so she can take a look at that while she's on her flight or in the hotel. And then this is just a price summary of the flight cost, breakdown, and then the trip total. The cancellation policy is just cancel, no fee if you cancel within 24 hours. I just listed that there. And then the next tab is the hotel tab. So I've broken it down to the hotel information regarding her stay in Mexico City. And if you click on that, she will be staying at the Mexico City Marriott Reforma Hotel. It gives the address, the check-in and check-out date, the price, as well as some information about the room she'll be staying in, popular amenities, and places nearby. And then under the Guadalajara tab, it's more information again, broken down about her hotel in Guadalajara, as well as the phone number, check-in, check-out date, and then just some more information about the prices of it. Then if you go into the specific city information, the first tab is the electricity. I've provided this so that she is able to get the appropriate adapters for all of her electronics while she is in Mexico, because their voltage is different than it is in the United States where her home is. And then in Mexico City, I've provided a list of restaurants that are nearby. There are some phone numbers so she can make reservations, as well as the dining services available at the hotel in Mexico City. Under the Guadalajara tab, I've also provided the restaurants nearby and some local attractions for things to do, because she will have the most downtime on the trip while she is staying in Guadalajara. as well as the dining services available at that specific hotel. Under this miscellaneous tab, I've included some information about the language spoken in both of these cities, which is Spanish. I've provided a list of some commonly used phrases for directions and emergency use as well. I've also provided a link to a currency converter, and I have here the information about the currency exchange rate. The currency is the Mexican peso, and here is the information about the exchange rate. I've also provided information about the closest embassy locations in Mexico City during her stay, as well as the closest embassy location to her hotel in Guadalajara. This is the international telephone codes if she is under a circumstance where she needs to make a phone call. This is just a step-by-step process of how to do that and any rates that would apply. And then this is a breakdown of some of the culture things to consider in Mexico, the appropriate greeting and the introductions, as well as the gift giving practices and body language, their attitude towards time, which punctuality is accepted of foreign business people, as well as their business hours in Mexico, which run from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., the business card exchange, and some holidays that will be celebrated during her stay on November 15th and November 20th. And then there's also some information on what is an appropriate title to use in a business meeting or business exchange in Mexico. And then I have a tab for backup transportation. This is just another list of local transportation in Mexico or in Idaho, just in case she does miss her shuttle or for some reason there's an emergency and she needs one of those numbers. Here is another list of emergency numbers available in Mexico. So in the case of an emergency, I've created this tab with the emergency contact numbers in Mexico. And then our last tab is some general travel information. There is a time zone change, and I have broken down each of those time zone changes specific to the city that she is traveling to. And there are a couple changes, like Spokane to Salt Lake City is 1 hour, and then Salt Lake City to New Mexico. So I've just broken down each of those time changes and included the difference in times to each of her destinations. I've also included some of the weather averages for Mexico City and Guadalajara during the time that she will be staying there. It's going to be pretty warm during her stay. And then here is another tab dedicated entirely to COVID-19 travel information. As I said before, there is a lot of information regarding COVID-19 and travel restrictions, so I thought it would be best to give her a few links to frequently asked questions, as well as testing availability in case she is exposed in Mexico City. And this is just pretty much all of the information she would need to be able to return safely and go along with all of the regulations that the airports require. So this is all of the information that she will need regarding COVID-19. So now that I've gone over each piece of information that I've included in this travel planner, including the full itinerary, the transportation, all of the airline information and hotel information, as well as some more specifics and things to do while she's there. I hope that this gives you a better chance to understand and more easily access the different parts of the travel planner to make the trip easier. Thank you.